Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Rohmatul. I'm from Chemistry A. Name 2106031100003. B3 was and domestic solid water treatment. Number one, solid water. The solid water. Condition of solid water. How is odor pollutant from rotting garbage, water pollutant due to garbage disposal in the river, and leachate seeping from TPA, final disposal sites into settlements and resident water sources. Air pollution due to water burning are other problems that risk to do burning worse. River water pollutant due to waste disposal has a negative impact on human health, especially with the increase in their health disease and the increasing cost of processing raw water for drinking water. The pressure on the environment. Problems that make it difficult to control landfill are the uncontrolled use or utilization of plastic as a means of wrapping packaging and good container as well as product protection. Will the obstacle in waste processing in the lack of coordination between related agencies, the weakness of the system of regulation on waste management, and the lack of public awareness. Domestic solid waste treatment policy. In the hierarchy of water processing, there is a fourth concept. Number one, reduce. Reduce was from the short. Number two, reuse. Use work. Number three, recovery. Make effort to recover useful material. Number four, recycle. Process to produce other products. Waste processing by meeting environmental requirements. Incinerator, landfill in an environmentally friendly landfill. The implementation of the civil service program in the monitoring and evaluation of institutional management, responsiveness, physical, and innovation aspect carried out by the city or district government based on predetermined criteria and indicators. Number two, hazardous and toxic material. Introduction. Condition of hazardous and toxic material. According to UNEP, that there are 100 types of chemical compounds used and 100 are classified into B3, both in the short and long term, can disrupt human health and the environment if not managed properly and properly. Trend in environmental impact. Effort to prevent environmental pollution by B3 are monitoring the amount of chemical circulation and entering Indonesian territory. Supervising cross-border movement, especially for chemicals that are prohibited and whose use is limited. The government has monitored persistent organic pollutant (PUPS) in Indonesia. PUPS is a chemical that is toxic, usually used and as active ingredient in pesticides. Resistant to change stable, can move through the air, water, and living linked from the source. Accumulate in the terrestrial or aquatic environment. Battery management effort. International convention that support the application of regulation on battery management. Uh, Rotterdam PEG, with informed consent, conversion regulate the cross-border problem of chemical to developing countries, which are not longer used in the country of production or use. And two, the Stockholm Convention of PUPS regulate the prohibition of the use of 12 types of chemicals that are classified as PUPS. Pressure on the environment due to battery waste. In Indonesia, factories often directly dispose of battery waste, that is product, into the ground without being processed. For example, stockpiling in at the factory site, throwing in it a landfill, throwing it into the river, or making landfill. More than two the 2 ton or yards of battery was in export to developing countries from developed countries. Realization of import of non-battery paper was in two in 2002 to prevent the entry of battery was from other countries. Indonesia has ratified the Berne Convention, which regulates the movement of battery was between countries. Through Presidential Decree No. 61 of 193 on July 21, 193. Waste management policy. Government regulation number 80 of 1999 concerning the management of hazardous and toxic waste, which was later refined by government regulation number 85 of 1999. KLH launched a company perform a partial program Proper. Proper is an alternative program that aims to encourage industry voluntarily and with self-awareness to comply with the provision of good environmental management based on applicable regulation. In 2002, there were 43 industries following the Proper. And then, this is my summary about B3. This is my summaries about B3 waste and domestic solid waste treatment. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.